fellow Toastmasters, and those were the sounds I heard last week when I loaded the speech video files from our Toastmasters club to edit them. I didn't give it a thought. I just relaunched this video editing program, reloaded the video, and pressed play. Fellow Toastmasters, and what the hell was going on? I feared the worst. I thought, what if the file was corrupted? What if the sound was not recorded properly? I have been saying to various Toastmasters for 2 days, yes, video will be ready. Yes, your video will be ready. Just give me 1 day. What if the file was corrupted? With a sinking heart and trembling hands, I transferred the file on my phone, pressed play, and the sound was, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank God, the file was not corrupt. Next, I adopted a strategy which is derived from ancient Zen teachings. It has been worked upon for centuries by Buddhist monks. It involves theory of relativity, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and quantum mechanics. Bill Gates himself spent 30 years perfecting it. And it's summarized into one beautiful sentence. When it falls apart, just restart. So I pushed my hands towards the mouse and pointed the cursor toward the lower left corner of the screen, press start, then press shutdown, and then press restart. My computer, equipped with the latest processor, and 32 gigabytes of RAM, and 6 terabytes of storage, I'm not joking, begged to differ. The screen filled with prompts against that blue background. Are you sure? Do you really want to restart? Have you saved your work? Have you resaved your work? Do you want me to save your work for you? Warning, all unsaved work will be lost. And then finally, Microsoft Word seems to think that this is not quite a good idea. Oh, forget it. I pointed my thumb straight towards the power off button and pushed that button. The screen went blank. And then there was a faint click, the origin of which is still unknown to this day. There was a beep from the hard disk, and there was a faint whir of the fans whirring into life, and there was a whoosh, another mysterious sound, and the computer finally sprang to life. It took roughly 10 minutes to come to its senses, and then I reloaded the program, and then I reloaded the video, and pressed play, and it was fellow Toastmasters. What's going on? The file is not corrupt, the program is not corrupt, the software is not corrupt, I'm not corrupt. That can only mean one thing. Well, Windows was corrupt. And what do you do when your Windows corrupts? You reinstall Windows. And that's akin to burying a human being and then bringing him or her back to life. So started my preparations, just like someone would start preparations for a funeral. I copied all my documents onto a secondary hard drive, and then I cloned my primary hard drive onto another hard drive. This process took 5 hours. Meanwhile, the computer of my marriage was overheating. The CPU was in white heat. There were fumes rising from it, and it was in danger of burning the hard disk. So obviously, either the CPU or the hard disk would have to be replaced. But I had no time to concentrate on my marriage back then. I was just busy monitoring the progress of the cloning. When I spied my youngest daughter, Parise, crawling towards the cabinet where the speaker was kept, my first instinct was, "Oh, you spawn of devils! Stop it before you destroy everything! Stop right there!" As always, she paid no heed and continued crawling. And then it clicked me. I followed her. She crawled up to the speaker, and then I saw it. the 3.5 mm jack that connected to the speaker was that slight bit loose. I removed it and then reinserted it. With a mysterious static sound, the universe corrected itself. I pressed play on the file and it sounded perfect. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank God, the world had righted itself. The file was safe, my reputation was safe. The only thing I had lost was my household because I had been kicked out by my wife. So I'm hoping that some of you have a space to rent where I can process my videos. Mr. Toastmaster.